Hello, all. We wonder many things throughout our lifetime. We have made assumptions of many systems, probably from our high school systems to even the systems that may have been in our household on how things are ran. But have we actually stopped and wondered about how much money actually goes into our healthcare system? It's likely that this has not passed through anyone's mind before. Going back to my original question, statistics show that healthcare in this country is expensive since our gross domestic product went from about $2.5 trillion in 2009 to about $3.3 trillion in 2016. I see many surprised faces around, and that's because our original guesses might not have been so high. All these numbers aren't even close to any numbers spent by any country in the world. America spends much more on healthcare per capita than any other nation in the world, but yet again, gets a less healthy population out of it. The median per capita spending on healthcare in wealthy countries is about 4,700 per year, according to the research by Organizations for Economic Cooperation and Development. All this is implying that half of the countries worldwide spend more than that, while the other spends less than that original number. The Atlantic states that the U.S. medical system performed the worst among 11 similar countries, all while spending more. The United States have high rates of mortality amenable to healthcare, which are considered deaths that doctors and hospitals can prevent. Ways to fix these issues, according to the Commonwealth Fund experts, are to increase rates of insurance coverage and access to primary care, streamline the insurance system so that there are less administrative hurdles for doctors, and funnel more money towards better nutrition. It's fascinating how in this country that spends so much on healthcare, we are experiencing a very high rate of homicides along with high deaths from auto accidents. All this falls back on the healthcare system that focuses more on the system that treats people after they are ill rather than preventing the illness. This country needs healthcare that is responsive to each healthcare physician and should incorporate a system that will provide information and education to patients while at the same time emphasize support. Limiting physicians to prescribe less amount of medication to patients in our healthcare system should be a priority as well. I noticed prescribed drug usage in something that is drastically making our healthcare system not the best around the world. As I learned from around the world healthcare project, many other countries are spending less money on their healthcare system because their patients are healthier. So they do not have doctor's visits that regularly as here in the United States. The number of physicians per population is drastic as well compared to the United States. I believe that the best way to approach this healthcare issue would be to communicate to our legislation to invest in looking at the numbers of physicians per population in order to make checking up with patients easier and more convenient for both patients and the physician. This will reduce the amount of time a person waits in the waiting room to see the physician and obtain more quality time with them. I believe this will drastically drop the amount of money spent in our healthcare system as well and will allow for healthier population as a whole. The nation's mental, physical, and emotional health will improve since there will be a lower number of prescribed drugs and a high quality of healthcare by physician. Healthcare should also focus on individual patients' preferences, needs, and values. When going to visit our doctors for whatever reason, the usual system's main point is to get the patients in and out as soon as possible, which usually limits the doctor's one-on-one time with their patients. Yes, we should treat people once they are ill, but if we could promote more healthy programs throughout the United States through our healthcare system, that would reduce our cost per capita, plus we will have less illness throughout our nation. Come on, we are already spending so much money on our healthcare system, so why not focus it on spending that money more widely? I am Edelmira Gonzalez, and thank you for your time.